Hey everybody, I'm Dave with Growing the Home Garden. It's the beginning of new year, it's 2022, and we are starting off as we always do every year as a gardener, thinking about what we're going to do this year. What are we going to plant? What seeds are we going to do? But for many of you, you might be thinking, well, how am I going to start these seeds? What kind of things can I use to actually put together a good garden? What am I going to start with? And I've planted many gardens over the years with different techniques, tried different things. My favorite method, I'll link to it in the description, is by using these mini plastic greenhouses. That works excellent because I can do a lot of things with those, and you can see more on that. But I want to talk to you today about a few other things that I've used in the past and kind of compare them a little bit and tell you a little bit about them. The first thing, and when I was first starting off gardening, I began with these things. These are those little Jiffy Pete packs like this, and I've actually had this sitting around for an eon, so the packaging probably looks different now. But what it is it's got this compressed peat in it, and when you inflate it with water and let it absorb into there, it will puff up and be like a little ball of peat here within this little fabric. And you put your seeds on top of that and it will grow, and you can put them in a large 10-20 flat that with all these different little peat things in. In fact, they make a little framework that you can stick into those flats. And it's a good way to do it. It uses peat in there. It's fairly easy to do, but you do have to buy the refills for those. And you can plant them right in, but the disadvantage that I have with them is that very soon, if you plant too early and they grow too fast, the roots will start to run together, and then you have to pull them apart and separate the roots, and you don't have as much space for it. So, but they're good, they work, and they're not very expensive. They do use peat, which a lot of people have concerns about over harvesting of peat, and so if that's something you want to avoid, let's look at this next thing. This is coconut. It is a coconut pot, often called coir, C-O-I-R, and it's made from husks of coconuts that have been repurposed to be put into a pot form. And I love these. These are great because they are porous. The roots will come right through them. They will eventually degrade in the ground, and you don't have to worry about them constricting the roots in any way because the roots just keep on going. It probably takes them 2 or 3 years to actually completely break down. So the next year you go out to your garden, you start digging things up, you're going to see these out there, and they make great nesting material for birds. So just take some of that, let the birds have it, or leave it in the ground to completely biodegrade over time. Another method you can use is just using something like this, a toilet paper roll. You can use paper towel rolls. If you have leftover rolls from your Christmas wrapping paper, that will work too. Just cut it down to size. And what you do is you come to the end of the roll and you cut some slits into it like here, and you just bend those slits over to fold the bottom up, and then you can take this cup and pour your potting soil, your mix into there, and use it. You know how cardboard is, when it gets wet it just kind of completely breaks down, but you'll have enough time with this where you can plant your seeds, let them grow, and then plant it directly in the ground, and you'll be, just perfect. So those are 3 options that you have with starting your seeds, growing your seeds. There's lots of other ways you can do it. As I said before, check the description. I've got a couple other things in there for you to look at, some other ideas. I really love the idea of the mini plastic greenhouses. I do that every year, and it works out great. So if you don't have these things, or can't find the coir pots or the Jiffy Peat, whatever, plastic cups work as well, and they're reusable over and over again. So I'm Dave with Growing the Home Garden. I hope this was helpful to you, gave you some ideas. If you have questions, drop something in the comments, and hit the like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.